It's Halloween 2017. How are you doing? Welcome. My name is Adam. As you can tell, I'm feeling right at home here in my Pope getup. Honestly, you would think that I would only get like 1 day's use out of this every year. But honestly, it's something I find myself slipping into quite often. You know, whether it's just kind of roaming around my home here, or sometimes I throw this on with a pair of jeans, kind of tuck in the robe and you know, go to the store or whatever. Sometimes I wear just the hat. And then of course the cross never goes out of style. So yeah, I feel right at home, especially, listen people, I know many people will not admit this, but I am absolutely the spiritual center of the bookish community here on YouTube. Absolutely. So I feel right at home in this. And listen, I am not a Catholic, and I honestly, I haven't even been following the latest Pope. Is he doing an okay job? I know he's like the liberal, like, you know, likable Pope, right? But I don't know how hard it is to be likable when the guy before you, like, wasn't the last Pope like a Nazi or something, right? I don't know. Something like that. So it can't be that hard. But yeah, let me know. For those who follow him, Bruno over there in Italy, how's Francis doing? Let me know. But yeah, you know, overall, I'm not a huge like Halloween fanatic, okay? I'm not super into it compared to a lot of people. But I have been getting into the spirit this year, not only with this whole getup, but yeah, this afternoon I had one package of M&Ms, okay? They were dark chocolate M&Ms, and I sat down and I had a moment with them. I also, in the spirit of the holiday, did watch a horror film this morning. I watched The Brood by David Cronenberg. This is from when? 1979. And this is one of Cronenberg's early films. David Cronenberg is a well-known Canadian kind of horror auteur, okay, director. And he's most well known for his kind of psychological and body horror films. He's done other stuff as well, but especially his earlier films are kind of known for that. Funny enough, my biggest like body horror fear is to wake up one day and to realize that I myself am a Canadian, okay? Like, ugh. But yeah, the film is okay. It's kind of like a low-budget horror situation. It's about a woman who produces these offspring, these kind of mutant children who grow in these like tumor-like sacs that grow off this woman's body. And these mutant children are kind of connected to her psychologically and emotionally, and they start killing people who are, you know, related to this woman. So it's kind of cheesy. It does have just a fantastic scene in the film that involves this woman chewing open one of these tumor sacs, and she takes out the fetus offspring of this demon child, and she starts licking this bloody fetus clean. It's really gross. And of course, David Cronenberg is well known, even in his low budget films, for having kind of these really graphic, gruesome, practical effects. So yeah, it was kind of fun to watch. You know, strangely enough, it kind of connects to what I'm currently reading, which I'm literally on the last 30 pages, finally finishing up the big book, A Book of American Martyrs by Joyce Oates, which of course deals with abortion, so it kind of connects to The Brood in that way. It's probably reaching. But yeah, man, I've enjoyed this so much. I'm gonna finish it up after I finish this video, and say my prayers, of course. But yeah, I think maybe like the third act of this book is a little weak, but here at the end it's kind of come back really strong, and overall I've just really loved this. So I'm looking forward to wrapping up A Book of American Martyrs today. And then also fittingly for Halloween, I'm reading Goethe's Faust, okay? I'm in the middle of this. I've been reading this kind of slowly for the last couple weeks, and yeah, I'm gonna sit down tonight and read a bit more of it. I read Faust back in school. It's been a long time, and I've never read it in its entirety, and I've never read part 2 of Faust, which from my understanding is quite less accessible than the first part, so I'm especially looking forward to getting to part 2 of Faust. But yeah, it's so good. And it's the type of book, you know, the language is poetic and beautiful. You know, Goethe's writing is just so lush and all that. But it's also just so much fun. And it's the type of book that you just want to sit down with and kind of read aloud. And that's, for the most part, what I've been doing. And connecting it to the Pope, I don't know. I don't remember whether the Pope is found within Goethe's Faust, but he does make a cameo in Christopher Marlowe's play, Dr. Faustus, of course, in a weird moment. Dr. Faustus by Marlowe is also very beautifully written, but it's a lot more kind of slapstick, the comedy in it. Not that Goethe's doesn't have humor as well, but yeah, much more kind of slapstick within Marlowe's. And there's one sequence in Marlowe's Dr. Faustus where Faust and Mephistopheles, the demon who Faust sells his soul to, they travel to the Vatican, and they go under the disguise of two friars or two monks or something, so they can go and have a meeting with the Pope, and they do, and Faust ends up bitch smacking the Pope, and then they run away. It's so bizarre. It's really bizarre. But yeah, I don't think the Pope shows up in Goethe's version, but nevertheless, I'm still enjoying it, and it's a perfect like Halloween read. There you have it. We have dead babies and the devil. What could be more fitting for Satan's holiday? And yeah, that's all. I think I'm going to end it here. I was going to maybe say like a fake prayer, maybe make a joke about Catholic pedophiles, but yeah, I think I'm just going to wave around this novelty cross and call it a day. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.